Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a good game that released on September of this year, which is one of the reasons why I bought the Switch in the first place that I desperately waited 3 years for, as you can see. 3D All-Stars defines some of the greatest platforming Mario games it had to offer and is also the 35th anniversary since the release of the iconic Super Mario Bros. These are some of the greatest Mario games that had ever existed, and I'm here to review it. Not individually because that'll take a lot of time that I don't have on my hands. So here we go. From level design to each outstanding classic soundtracks to the opening of these games that brings me joy, and of course the epic gameplays. These are all nice and all, but there's one thing that always bothered me with these games that I never noticed, which is the amount of text words put into these games besides Sunshine. It's just a nitpick, doesn't really annoy me, but it do seems long when you just want to get into the game itself. But the note with Princess Peach was pretty humorous, if you understand the point of these games, but still, as if I like or have time to read, like ain't nobody got time for that. Still, each and every one of these games are fantastic. They even put one of the greatest games that I've ever played here, Super Mario Galaxy, that is also considered one of the best games of all time along with other great titles to ever release. You already know my favorite parts of these reviews here, which is the boss battles. Hold up, I really like this scene right here. I'm gonna give it a second. Alright man, I think we're good. Let's start the fight. Every Mario boss fight are different. They're easy and simple, but are quite unique in their own ways unless we're talking about 3D Land. Sure, some bosses are easy to a point you just jump on a motherfucker 3 times and he's dead. But here it doesn't seem to me that way. Each boss when you encounter them has a weak point that can be quite challenging to get to. But your surroundings is what makes things more interesting and exciting. It keeps the game from being dull or tedious. One of my favorite things from these games, especially from Super Mario Galaxy, are the arenas. The environments are challenging itself, some are cluttered, some can knock you off the entire arena. One thing for sure is that I never get bored or upset because they're fair and entertaining. During all of this, so that you can retrieve these gold stars to reach higher grounds for what's next to come, and what awaits you are even more challenges throughout these games. I love how energetic these games can be when the environments can be cluttered at times, but that isn't to say it's hard as well. Obviously that's not the case in all Mario games, but still very enjoyable boss fights. I love Mario games because of their creativity to each level, specifically Mario 64, which is the game that started the platforming genre with games like Banjo-Kazooie and Ocarina of Time, and from then it started to change the gaming industry. The fact that the player gets to move around, have a better feel or better handling to the games, and I have got to tell you, these games are perfect examples of how you should make a platforming game. Pop-Out represents as its own thing. Something what I love about these games are that they stand out. They're not the same or doesn't try to copy what the other games have done in the past. Each and every one defines its decade and does something modern that the other games haven't done. The fact that the games released on Switch proves it doesn't matter how old these games get as long as they're as fun as you played now than they were back then. I say it shouldn't matter because no matter how old you get, these games will always be fun to play regardless of how old you feel towards these masterpieces. I'm satisfied with the Switch, and hearing that these games were released on the Switch led me from getting it in the first place, alongside with Breath of the Wild and Odyssey of course. Explorations, experiencing, and experimenting is what made Mario games what they are today, and these are yet without a doubt the best Mario games to ever release. I am grateful and honored to play these games again, like revisiting my childhood, but on the latest system. It brings me tears to my eyes because just hearing the soundtracks brings back memories that I never want to leave behind. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a game to revisit classics of platform Mario games in one. I say to be a childhood bundle in one package, from popping out of the picture frames to moving galaxy to galaxy to watering some freaking plants is what I love about Super Mario 3D All-Stars as a whole. I give 3D All-Stars a 8 out of 10. The best 3D platforming games they had to offer. This will be my last post for a while, but I'll be back. Let me know what are your thoughts, as I always appreciate your support on these videos, and peace y'all.